Say hi, Olivia. Hello. Hello. Wave. Olivia, wave. Don't be shy. You wave now. Go on, wave. Wave. And today I'm going to be doing the 1 year postpartum update. Okay, so my son's trying to sleep at the moment. Usually makes that noise when he's tired. Yeah, I can't believe they're 1 already. Like, where on earth has time gone? I know it seems pretty cliche and everyone says it, but it really just flies by a whole year. I feel like this time yesterday I was giving birth and now I have 13-month-old twins. Yeah, they're 13 months at the moment. I'm doing it a little late because we just planned their first birthday, which was epic. It was a really lovely occasion. We had loads of friends and family there and everyone just showed so much support and love for them. So in this video I'll be covering breastfeeding, their routine, sleeping and stuff, and just their general development at 1. So we recently had their 1 year check with their health visitor, which I feel like everyone has to do when the child reaches 12 months. And check general things like their motor skills, their speech, and do some stats on the measurements and stuff. So start with stats. Olivia is 80 centimeters tall and weighs in at 24 pounds. So she's quite big for a 1-year-old. I think that's going at the 90-something percentile. And Noah here, who's asleep now, he was 87 centimeters and 27 pounds, which put him, yeah, she pretty much put a dot above the scale and told me he was pretty much off the scale. Okay, excuse my daughter while she tries to speak to you, and I'm just going to lean around her. You can read. Can you read this for me? You read this, good girl. Yeah, we're a tall family, so we kind of expect them to be pretty big. So even she was kind of shocked as well, which is funny. But as long as they're healthy, they're a good size, a good weight for their height, and that's all that matters to us. What are you doing? Peekaboo! Peekaboo! Hello! So teeth-wise, her brother has 4 teeth at the moment. Doesn't Noah have 4 teeth? So you have 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. And she has 12 teeth. So she's got, oh, looks like she wants another teddy. You never have enough teddies, can you see that? There you go. Yay, all your pink teddies. So she has 12 teeth at the moment. So she's well ahead on her brother in that department. But, you know, it's nothing to get too worried about. But it's just really strange to me, even as a dentist, to think how different children's teeth develop. Any advice that I can give is just to make sure you see the dentist regularly, especially when their teeth start coming through, or maybe take them along with you when you go for a checkup so they're not too scared. We brush their teeth twice a day. I brush them in the morning, my husband brushes them at night. Yes, even 4 teeth, we are making sure we're cleaning those. We don't want any cavities in this family. And we brush for them, and then we kind of just give them their toothbrush and they just play around with it while we're brushing our teeth, and we kind of make it a big event, kind of. So I'm hoping through that they really get into their own routine and have it brushing your teeth. Can you say that? Oh, now you want to talk. Say hello. Yeah. Say hello, wave. You have a spare hand to us, so you just shake your body. So when it comes to nappy size, she is in a size 5+, and her brother was in a size 5+ before, but now he's in a size 6. And shoe-wise, she is size 5/6, and her brother is in shoe size 7. So yeah, they've got pretty big feet, and the brother's got very wide feet as well. So we've kind of had to make sure he has a bigger size. But it's all part and parcel of them being pretty tall babies, so that didn't really surprise us. Clothing-wise, my daughter still fits quite well into 12 to 18 months. So she's tall, but she's quite petite, so she's a good size for her age. But her brother is tall, and he's also, you know, a little bit chunkier, so he's already in 2-year-old clothes, which is unbelievable. We just seem to like going through shoes and clothes so quickly at the moment. So breastfeeding, I'm still breastfeeding one of them, this young chap here, my son. My daughter pretty much stopped breastfeeding when she was about 10 months, and it's not like I weaned her off it. She literally just one day, I remember she just turned her head away. You want to sleep as well? Okay, everyone wants to sleep now. You get comfortable. You get comfortable on this side. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Awesome, so it looks like I might be able to finish this video. So I remember my daughter just kind of crawled off me, crawled towards her dad, and he was having some kind of meal or snack at the time, and she just kind of dipped her finger in there and joined in on his meal. So I think she's pretty much saying, I'm over breast milk, I just want solid food now, which was funny. Her brother finished feeding on one, and then before I knew it, he just kind of latched onto the other one and was like, hey sis, if you don't want it, I'll have it, which was so funny. And so since then, he's just been enjoying whatever milk is still left there, which is nice because I kind of like the bond you get from breastfeeding. I kind of miss it with my daughter, but you know, it's as long as she's healthy and eating well, that's all that matters. So yeah, a lot of people ask me, did I feed them at the same time? And yes, I always made sure from the get-go trying to nurse at the same time. So I had those big pillows where I could put them on together and latch them on at the same time, because I found if I did it separately, I literally would spend the whole day breastfeeding because they were so big. They were born, they're 8 pounds when they were born, so I guess we always knew they'd be big babies. They were constantly hungry, and it was really draining on me to kind of feed one then the other. I just wasn't sleeping. And the other thing I'm really lucky about, they took express milk, so it meant my husband could help. So I expressed before I went to bed, and you know, sometimes I do a feed at night, but if I was really exhausted, at least there was express milk there for him to feed them as well. So it's awesome because he got involved as well in feeding the kids. Sleeping, which they're doing right now pretty well. They usually wake up around 8 in the morning, and they're pretty happily playing around in their cots when they wake up, which is nice. And then they take a nap about 1 o'clock for a couple of hours. And then nighttime, we try and make sure they're in bed around 8. And my husband puts them to bed, and then we just read them some bedtime stories if they're still not in the mood for sleeping yet. Unfortunately, my daughter isn't so great with night sleeping. She ends up waking up at odd hours during the night, and you know, she's crying and stuff, so I have to come and get her straight away. And some people tell me, oh, you know, you should leave them to cry, you know, so they're not used to getting picked up every time they cry. But the thing is, it's hard enough dealing with one crying baby. If she's crying, she's gonna wake up her brother. So I just haven't got time for that. And the other thing is, I think it's really tough for the mother to leave your kid crying. Naturally, it's an instinct. You just want to pick them up and cuddle them and make sure everything's okay. But yeah, she's definitely got us around her little finger because she knows we'll be up in the moment as soon as she makes noise at night, because we don't want her brother waking up as well. But yeah, we're working on the sleeping routine. Any suggestions welcome. I'm looking at some books and everything into getting a sleep routine for these kids. So in terms of developmental milestones, so pretty early developers. My daughter was walking by 9 months, and my son was walking by around 10 months. And talking wise, they can say mama, dada. If they want something, they know how to point for it pretty well. And even certain foods as well, they're pretty good at saying like nana and apple. So every day we're constantly trying to read to them and improve their vocabulary, but they're pretty good at copying. You say something, my daughter usually says it, and the thing, she doesn't say it straight away. It's like she's processing it, and then a few minutes later you hear her say it, and it's just so weird because you don't realize how much kids pick up everything you do and say. We're also trying to get them to speak our own language, which is Yoruba. So my husband occasionally teaches them a few words. At the moment, working on saying thank you. So her way of saying thank you is like she instead of saying oshe or eshe. So she's like she. Which is nice. At least she's trying. And their current diet, they have cow's milk now. They've been having cow's milk since they were 1. pretty much have it with their cereal, and they also have it as a beaker during the day as well. And with that, we also supplement it with those like well baby medicine as well. I just want to make sure they're getting all the vitamins. Even though they have a really balanced diet, I just get a bit worried and want to make sure they're not lacking anything. So they have normal food, they eat whatever we eat. So if we eat pasta, they'll eat it. The only thing is, usually we put no salt in their portion. My husband likes like spices in his food and stuff, and it's actually not too bad with pepper, but just to be on the safe side, I kind of avoid putting too much in their food. I remember when I was weaning them, my son was a complete nightmare when it came to weaning. He just was, all over. He just loved nursing so much that I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be feeding this guy. I'm going to be nursing this guy till he's like 2 or something. And he was just getting bigger and bigger. But I think he realised as well when he came to me and there was just no milk there that he needed to start eating solid food. So it was kind of like he ended up weaning himself out of hunger, basically. We used baby-led weaning method, which I thought was really good, coupled that with puree food. And I used that BAB blender, which was really good because it steams and blends at the same time. I could freeze the food, just freeze them in little ice cubes and pop them in the freezer. And then if we're on the go, they could eat that. But now, at 1, they're pretty good at eating everything we have. I usually just cut it in small portions. A bit of advice I give as a new mum, I know for me it's really overwhelming when I first had the twins, and to be honest, I felt like I'd done loads of research beforehand, but nothing prepares you for when you have like a live human being to take care of. And one thing I'd say is take advice from family and friends. You probably have your mom or your in-laws telling you this is how it's done, but just be wary. Sometimes people tell you stuff, it's just based on myths or based on the way they did things, and don't get upset or confused or overwhelmed because someone's telling you one thing and someone else is telling you something else. Take advice on, do your own research, but at the end of the day, you're their mother, you're their parents, you spend the most time with them. So, a lot of it, I feel, is instinct. So do what feels right for you and don't let yourself be, overwhelmed or, upset by other people telling you, you're not doing it right, you're not doing a good job. You know what you're doing a fantastic job. And I just feel like sometimes as moms we need to hear that. So yeah, I just really felt like saying that you are doing an awesome job as a mom. Look at your kids every day, they're happy, they're healthy, then you're doing great, and that's all that matters. So thanks for watching, and we shall see you in our next video. It would say bye bye, but they're sleeping, so I'll say it for them. Bye guys, thanks for watching.